Bloody cheats, in online first-person shooter games, have superhuman powers. They can see through walls, have access to real-time maps, and can shoot with robotic accuracy. Unwittingly, they've played a part in hurting game accessibility. But what's to be done? Here a player sneaks into a secluded room, and adjusts their aimbot settings, to hone their advantage. It's relentless.
Blood for blood.
In 2018, 10,000 online gamers in China, Germany, Japan, South Korea, the UK and the US were asked, how often, if at all, do you use third-party tools to cheat in multiplayer games online? 3% said always, 9% often, 13% sometimes, 12% rarely, 57% never, 5% don't know and 1% prefer not to say.
Back at the beginnings of side-by-side video gaming, people cheated. Covering opponents' eyes, nudging their hands, sitting on them, hitting reset rather than lose a game. Cheating can be fun. Stealing free credits from arcade games was once commonplace. From claiming that coins hadn't registered, to strimming or sparking the slot, to rapid power cycling, to forcing locks. This sort of cheating could break machines, and end up being very expensive for arcade operators. The sharing of cheats was widespread through word of mouth, cribbed notes, video gaming magazines, helplines and so on, into the modern internet era.
If you know Space Invaders, you'll notice that we have 2 shots on screen here at a time, although a normal game only allows 1 at a time. Any crafty player can take advantage of a strange bug in the program and double his firepower. How? Simple. With the power to the console turned off, hold the reset button down. Then turn the power on, let go of the reset button, and a game begins, allowing double shots. That's all there is to it.
Cheating gives players a chance of getting deeper into games they are struggling with. Infinite lives, time, strength and invincibility were common. This less common cheat, in Jet Set Willy, removes your wife Maria, allowing you to go straight to bed without tidying up first.
Maps could make all the difference for players struggling to remember what to do, and where to go. Much as YouTube walkthroughs do today.
Auto-fire adapters have long been enormously helpful for disabled people unable to rapidly press a button.
In the 80s and 90s, the UK became a powerhouse of advanced cheat hardware. Early cartridges allowed people to pause, hack, save and share games. All manner of easier play options became possible retrospectively.
This is a hacked version of Hunchback. Quasimodo walks to the edge of a flaming pit, a rope swinging precariously across it. He walks and jumps across thin air to complete the level.
Many cracked, pirated games came complete with a trainer option, full of cheats. For people burnt by wasting money on inaccessible games, this illicit underground was a huge boost.
Some games can be made far easier by entering a secret cheat code, such as Konami's up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start, sequence of buttons, now part of gaming folklore. Unfortunately, these arcane methods are often too hard to activate by some disabled gamers, the people who would have most benefited from them.
Emulation with cheats can make previously inaccessible games accessible.
Game modding has long been used as a way to boost accessibility. Pictured from left to right, a 1982 driving game with high contrast options added into the code. 2 utilities for Minecraft, one adding eye gaze control, the other adding a symbolic communication system. And Reed Kimball's Doom 3 closed captions mod, for deaf and hard of hearing players.
Cross-platform controller adapters give disabled gamers a better chance of finding a controller that suits. The Xbox 360 era of blocking non-standard controllers turbocharged a new wave of advanced adapters. This new wave of programmable adapters have enabled people to play in ways most game developers don't provide for. Here, a Tekken game has been made playable, including access to all system menus, using a single switch. Another is Vivek Gohil's custom PS4 controller. Various button combinations, and segments of the touchpad, give him some of the extra access he needs to play. Briefly, using a Cronus Zen, he had a way to play PS5 games without restrictions. It didn't last.
Cheat engine and CPU killer. Aimbots and computer vision. Cheating technology has not stood still.
The underground world of modern online gaming cheating has people scaling technical Everests to implement their systems. Sometimes with big money involved.
AI Shark's gaming coach headphones and MSI SkySight monitors seek to tap into the blurred world of accessibility and cheating in a way that is legal, commercial, and hard to block.
One day, robotic hands, guided with humanizing artificial intelligence, will amplify people's gaming abilities, whilst being extremely hard for anti-cheat bots to detect. Strange times are ahead. The pushback against cheating has been a constant struggle for the game industry. An industry that hasn't always understood the needs of disabled people terribly well.
Anti-tamper methods on coin-operated machines would tell an alien quite a lot about humans. Lots of them are thieves. Space Invaders continued the tilt warning of pinball machines if people tried to abuse the coin door too much. And Space Invaders 2 only allowed credits to go up to 9, instead of 99.
Arcade operators didn't like players who could play for ages on a single credit, especially if they seemed to be doing so unsportingly. This advert is for an Asteroids mod kit to make the game faster and harder, to increase profits immediately.
Atari UK warned players that some cheat methods could damage the game's console, which was true. There was also an oblique warning about people using a secret method of suspending games that would render their high scores inadmissible.
Early anti-piracy deterrents, such as the dreaded lens lock, could frustrate the honest and dishonest alike. Load game from cassette, enter password, fail repeatedly, computer resets, sob, try again, or give up.
Organizations representing the game industry started to place adverts in the press, aimed at scaring the public into compliance. If you are involved in software piracy, then you are breaking the law.
You may remember that 4 weeks ago on the programme we were discussing the new amendment to the Copyright Act that's intended to clarify the law regarding the copying of software, and we invited letters on the subject. Many of our younger correspondents felt that just the price of game software led to the law being flouted. But young children who are caught copying software are risking more than they think. Not only would their parents be liable to pay any fines, but as barrister Emlyn Williams points out,
the penalties now available against them seem to be excessive, for there can, and indeed will, be cases where copying in contravention of the new provision may ground an order putting a child into the care of a local authority.
The Xbox 360 pioneered the use of game controller authentication checks, in a briefly successful attempt to stop people using unofficial devices. The PS4 followed, and in turn the PS5, which is currently the most tightly restricted games console in history. There were likely good financial reasons for doing this. But it has certainly reduced choice for all. In the battle against software piracy, gaming subscription services have long been taking hold. Games here aren't owned by the user, and they are extremely hard to copy. But the service also gives players an honest chance to test out many games for suitability, at a fixed price.
There have been some excellent efforts by big and smaller game companies to improve access, in hardware and software. They far from cover all needs though, and likely never will.
Cheat codes in modern games have become rare. What killed them? Achievements? Online gaming leaderboards? Downloadable content behind paywalls? Yes. But also, good in-game accessibility options.
Anti-cheat services underpin many online games today. Many people say cheats are now ruining online gaming.
Players are being banned from games for using accessibility methods. Becky Tyler here had a short ban from Minecraft for using an eye gaze utility to play. Others are not so lucky. Bans on non-approved adapters and controllers have started to cause significant problems for many players. Pictured are a pair of diving flippers with high heels. The caption reads, "Use authorized accessory above only." In November 2023, Microsoft, and a little later Sony, sent out operating system updates to further restrict the use of unauthorized accessories. This has left some disabled gamers in turmoil, and unable to play in the way they need to.
Where this is all going is anyone's guess.
I thought I'd ask Microsoft's Copilot what it made of this all. My first question was on how game companies might best deal with cheating and accessibility.
Good morning. That's a very important question. It's crucial to balance the need for fair play with the necessity of accommodating gamers with disabilities. Here are a few suggestions. 1. Hardware certification. Microsoft, Sony, and other companies could establish a certification process for assistive devices. This would allow them to whitelist approved devices, like the Cronus Zen, when used for accessibility purposes. 2. Player profiles. Companies could allow players to create profiles that specify their accessibility needs. These profiles could be reviewed and approved, allowing the use of certain devices. 3. Advanced software detection. Improve cheat detection algorithms to distinguish between cheating and the legitimate use of assistive devices. This is a complex task, but advancements in machine learning and AI could help. 4. Collaboration with manufacturers. Work directly with manufacturers of assistive devices to ensure their products are compatible and won't be flagged as potential cheat devices. 5. Community education. Educate the gaming community about the importance of accessibility and the reasons why some players may need to use assistive devices. This could help reduce reports of cheating stemming from misunderstandings. 6. Accessibility standards. Advocate for and contribute to the development of industry-wide standards for accessible gaming. This could help ensure consistency across platforms and games. Remember, these are just suggestions, and the implementation of these would depend on various factors including feasibility, resources, and the company's willingness to accommodate. It's a challenging issue, but with thoughtful approaches, it's possible to create an inclusive gaming environment for everyone.
People are understandably troubled by the rapid churn of technology, and how it impacts almost every aspect of our lives. This is a warning from the futurist Alvin Toffler, in 1972.
We can no longer allow technology just to come roaring down at us. I think we must begin to say no to certain kinds of technology and to begin to control technological change, because we've now reached the point at which the technology is so powerful and it is so rapid that it could destroy us unless we control it. But what's most important is that we do not simply attempt to that we simply do not accept everything, that we begin to make critical decisions about what kind of world we want and what kind of technology we want.
One question for now is, must we have game controller blocking technology that severely hinders disabled people? Accessibility consultant Vivek Gohil shone some light on this in some recent social media posts.
7th of July 2023. I've finally tested out the Titan 2 with Cronus Zen setup on my PS5. I'm overjoyed that it works and I can finally experience next-gen PS5 gaming. I've been dreaming of this day for 3 years. Truthfully, it has been emotionally challenging for me to cope with unnecessary hardware issues preventing me from gaming or feeling excited about new releases. I was also demotivated and uninspired. Gaming isn't just a hobby. Accessibility is my universe. 2nd of February 2024. The recent third-party device issue of banning hardware has made me ponder the worth of even gaming anymore. This life filled with fear and uncertainty ruins enjoyment. The 24th of March 2024. I can't use my custom controller with my PS5 again. The biggest impact is on my mental health, and it is slowly eroding my fond memories of gaming. I'm able to enjoy PS4 games, but current titles are blocked.
Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo and others have built some brilliant bridges to improve accessibility. But they've also broken key points of access in their fight against cheats.
It's frustrating watching someone you like struggle. It's frustrating to be staring at this mad tangle of cables and adapters as one of only a few possible solutions for someone needing to use a very specific shape of controller with some highly custom extra powers. Yes, there is remote play, but not everyone has the extra computer, high quality network and nous needed to get it working. Yes, there's the possibility of building an officially approved accessibility controller fitted with a security key, but getting that key integrated can take too much time, money and expertise to ever achieve. And yes, there are one or two adapters and hacks that currently beat the system, but how long will it be before they are blocked too? Of one thing I am certain. There must be better ways for us to have happier lives with the technology we create. But what do you think?
Congratulations! You have found the secret level select screen. More bloody cheats can be found at the oneswitch.org.uk museum. Thank you.